Yeah. I was hoping the wind didn't blow this over.
That won't now.
Now it's getting to be the nice temperature.
Yeah.
It was a little bit chilly earlier. The wind, eh?
The sun was coming out.
Finally. We'll smoke this last joint whenever the next person that smokes comes by. Between the three of us, it's a bit big. Right? Little Polly Poo. She's adorable. Uh-oh. Give her a smooch for me. Make sure you tell her this is from Dwayne. I love her, his dog. She gives these little delicate little wee smooches. Lick, 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 all tiny. Do, 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 do. Yeah. Paul, yeah. But
he followed us around yesterday, so we finally had to go up all the way up to the mall just to get away from him.
Ditch him, yeah. Unfortunately, kind of, right? You kind of gotta. And I gotta be honest, he tries so hard with me to be, you know, so I kind of.
Yeah.
I can't fault him for, you know, that. And the guy's passed. Small doses, he's all right. And a guy's passed, right?
Yeah.
You kind of got to go by how he treats you now and how he...
He's going the wrong way.
We know he's turning. He was going the wrong way.
Where did he come up?
These are nice clouds. Yeah. All fluffy.
Too bad. And then Saturday and Sunday are supposed to be nice, and then again, right into thunder showers again Monday. But it's to be expected. Time of year.
Yeah, I got the front wheel, the hub, the middle that goes through was all fucked. All the bearings came out and everything in the axle. On this side there was no cap that held them in, and they came out, and yeah. So this new one is an all enclosed one, so there's no bearings, it's all enclosed. So a lot better.
More like a sleeve then.
Yeah, tube, and then yeah.
Like your little sleeve bearings.
And the only thing he's got left to do is he's going to do something with my crankcase, because it's kind of loose. It wobbles a little within the housing, so something's off about it. And the last thing I got to do, but I don't think Mike can do it, is this just needs to be straightened. It's gotten a little warped a little.
Do you know how to tighten your spokes?
I do know how to tighten them, but I don't know how to tighten them so that it's pulling. I could watch a YouTube, right?
As long as you put it, as long as it's straight up and down like this, right?
Yeah.
If it bends that way, you tighten it. If it bends that way, you loosen it. And you just go spoke by spoke and then pull it.
Yeah. I've seen the little rigs you can buy too. You set your wheel on it so you can see. I'll be honest, that's a lot of work that I'm not willing to do. I am willing to pay someone, you know, $50 to true it, which is fine by me. I'm a big proponent of, you know, if you don't know how to get, just because I don't know how to do something doesn't mean I can't run that company.
No,
and the reason that is because I just hire people that do know about how to do that, right?
Exactly. Hire somebody.
Manager.
You have confidence in them. That's all that matters. You know the job's getting done. As long as it's getting done, you don't know how to get there, but
I'll handle all the business. I'll get all the clients. I'll blah 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 blah. Right?
yeah.
You just make
That's
sure.
what I kept saying. I want to do. I don't want to own a business. I'll be an investor in the business.
Yeah.
You know, I'll be a secret or what do they call that? A private client or
Shadow investor.
Yeah. You just give me my royalty checks at the end of every month or whatever it is.
Right.
I'll have an idea here or there, but I'm not the boss, so.
On the other hand, flip side though, when something goes wrong, it's not on you.
Yeah, exactly.
At the end of the day, it's the.
Yeah. Oh, you're starting to lose business on an annual basis. I'm not getting my checks. I'm out of here. See, they're doing, the firemen are doing some practicing out in the back. They get the one ladder truck all the way extended. You look all the way up there in the basket, and there's this fireman standing there like this.
Just to skirt down to the little car area, right?
He's got his fucking hands on that. Rock elevator. I want an elevator in my house.
I've seen houses with stair elevators. They're cool.
Must be late.
Hello. How are you today?
Good, how's it going?
Good, good.
Yeah.
And they have ones that are like, they're a little bit bigger than a phone booth.
Yeah, you sit in it.
And you sit, and it goes straight,
Tube. I think it's pneumatic. Like it's all air, right?
Yeah.
So it just forces air into a tube that you go up on.
Do, I mean, if you think about it, you know how they do the chairs?
Yeah.
They go up and down the stairs?
Yeah.
You could do something similar to that, but put it instead of vertical, or put it up and down, straight up and down. Bolt that to the wall.
I just thought escalators in a house would be cool.
Escalators,
right?
That would be cool.
Hey, you would know. How feasible on an average sized, mid-sized mansion, is it feasible to put escalators in a house?
No, I've never seen that.
It's just too expensive, yeah, so there's a reason.
Yeah.
There's a reason.
You'd have to do an elevator.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I can see.
Yeah.
What's the smallest elevator you guys deal with?
Huh?
The smallest elevator.
Some just go 2 floors.
Oh, gotcha.
I mean,
Is it like phone booth size or?
yeah, just like that, yeah. One person inside.
Look at that. Nice.
How much one of those things go for?
The little ones?
Yeah.
30.
30,000.
Yeah.
They're not cheap.
No, I get that. 30,000. Ouch.
The tube thing, though, that's a cool idea.
Yeah.
There's a guy that does those, and the way he does them, I mean, the video is about how you can do this yourself, and it shows the perspex tubing, and it just has a whole, you just stand in it, and then the tube comes and lets you up. Yeah, it's pretty ingenious, but the way he does it, it's pretty amazing. I think the idea is that you have no basement access, right? Because your basement is where your cylinder is that puts you up to the 2nd or even 3rd floor, however far you want to do this, right? It's just how big the diameter of the tube will be in the sections that go up, right?
That'd be cool to have a floor, like say you're on the main floor, and your tube is in the basement, you get into your foundation, but the only way you can access to your basement is through that tube.
Well, the downside to that is that you could easily become trapped in there too.
Yeah, that's true.
So unless you had a secret exit, a second exit that say only you and your family knew, you'd get trapped in there. Bad people would just collapse the house down on top of you, and you wouldn't be able to get out.
But yeah, done by air? Or
I always thought slide walks in cities would be an amazing idea too.
Yeah, it would be.
I've been to a large number of the airports that have them, maybe about 4 or 5.
Yeah, yeah.
And every time it's amazing.
Yeah.
My city, I grew up in Winnipeg, in this huge long hallway that connects 2 municipal buildings together. They have a huge section and then another huge section, and it's these slide walks.
Yeah.
And
the only problem with
they're amazing.
That is they're not. I mean, they wouldn't be conducive for the weather outside.
Outdoor, yeah.
You'd have to have, like if you had
If you could get them sorted out, though, it would be incredible.
Yeah, it would.
Another good one would be, I've seen sidewalks, short sections, because they were experimental, but sidewalks that are made of foam.
Yes.
Sort of like the playground shit that you see in some of those. And that's, there's one up on Crowland. There's a short, the guy paid for his section of sidewalk to be padded.
He's got it check, or look like blocks.
Yes. The other ones I've seen like that aren't like that. It's all seamless.
Yeah.
But it's very, 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 very cool concept.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why they don't have those everywhere. I mean, I do. It's cost prohibitive, but.
No, I mean, now with all the rubbers and the plastics being, recycled and whatnot, it's becoming more and more, because that's what they're making mats out of now. Like industrial mats and shit like that.
In my hometown, they got this, in one of these parks, they got this bicycle trail, paved bicycle trails through woods and habitat areas and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And this one sizable section, they wanted to do this prototype asphalt that contained, as a filler and as a kind of builder, they had the glass and crushed glass, and it was really cool. But one of the side effects they didn't realize about it was when the sun was at certain angles, all of this glass would twinkle and blind you as you're driving, as you're biking.
Yeah. There's a place in just this side of Mississauga when you're going down the highway.
Mm-hmm.
And they got great big fucking mountain of glass.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't have it covered.
Wow.
So in the summer, as you're going down the highway, all of a sudden, you're blinded by this big hell of glass.
Wow.
Who's taking you to dinner tonight, Dwayne?
My buddy Ken. Because he's got a little crossover that fits the wheelchair. And then I got little Michelle driving us home. It's a miracle, really. So nice out. It should be this temperature all year round. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. I could deal with it if it was this,
I wonder if there's areas, strips where it's like this all year round, because you're just in that middle between where it goes from summer to winter, and this guys have their summer to winter. There's got to be a sweet spot where it's always temperate, right?
Yeah. But instead of going from the country like up vertical, we're along the, you'd have to be down closer to the equator for that to.
Well, I don't know. There's areas like, for example, in Okanagan area, Kelowna area, that's incredibly temperate, right?
Yeah.
All year round. That's why they can grow peaches there. That's why they have such a big, huge peach industry. For some reason, that area is suitable. They never get any snow, and what snow they do get is gone within days. They don't really have winters in the Okanagan.
I mean, even now, in California, they hardly ever see snow. But in the last year, they've had more snow in the last year and a half, whatever it is, than they've had in the last 30 years. So.
Uploading the video, and then I'm off to the courthouse, guys. So I'll be 10-7 very soon.
You can say Gathers? Where it is?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, he said he was going to his mom's today, and so he's supposed to go
Test.
to court.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to find out who his attorney is.
Mm-hmm.
His lawyer?
Yeah.
The one that took over for Leduc.
Yeah. Because they're not doing anything for him that is boosting his confidence or whatnot.
No.
So when you see a broken down man walk into court on a, you know the way it's going.
Yeah. You don't need to be a psychic to read the signs.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well, like I told him, he should tell his lawyer, listen, if she wants to take custody of the child, I mean, she takes ownership and everything else, but she's taking his rights
So you're
away.
just relaxing.
So why in terms does she want him to pay support? If you need support, bitch, you're gonna get, it comes with, I'm here. You can't take my child away.
Yeah.
You take my child away, you take your support away. No, that's not the way it works.
Wow.
So, what do you think about these beyond the streets counselors and workers and whatnot? Are they helping? Are they hindering?
I don't know. I don't really want to say, just simply because they don't like me. They don't like my camera. They think
Last night they said they wish the camera was there.
they think my camera is bullying people. I'm not going to be going to any of the Beyond the Streets or any of that. Yeah, it's this place and 7-Eleven.
Danielle?
Right? Because I think they just view my camera as bullying and intimidating people. And you should hear this shit Melissa spouts, eh?
They're on a mission
Of awareness.
They're on a path that you're not on, and they don't understand that, But technically, you're still doing the same thing.
Yeah.
What's up, Chris?
And I told them that last night too. I said, oh, you don't want them around, but yeah.
Find
Last night
Brett
we had
tonight
that
together?
EMS guy. Oh, he was a fucking prick. And then they said,
Was he a prick to them? To the Beyond the Streeters? Yeah. See? So then, keep in mind, my camera's been around for 3-4 years now. And they loved me when I wasn't filming, so-and-so on the nod, or so-and-so shooting up in the park, or right?
Chris wants to know if you want to do the bridge hangout or go to the concert.
Bridge hangout. We'll still be able to hear the music anyway.
yeah.
But, you know what I mean? And then, so you can't like me when things are all rosy, and my camera shows life.
Yeah,
It doesn't show just the good stuff. You want to see that, go watch Disney, right? My stuff shows the good stuff and the bad stuff, right? My camera can't make you act like an idiot. My camera can't make that guy act like an idiot. My camera can't make you say things. My camera can't make you say things. My camera can't influence it, right? Like the camera only shows the truth, right? If you are the type of person that's toxic and whatnot, then the camera will show that. If you're the kind of person that is positive and leads by example, the camera will show that, right? So you can't go out there and say, oh, well, Dwayne's camera makes us look bad. Dwayne's camera does this. Dwayne's camera that makes well and look, No, my camera shows the truth, and it shows the good and the bad.
Well, I mean, if you're in the city, you're going to see the same things. So what's the difference?
And what's funny is I instead of taking my camera and my channel as a tool to spread awareness, to spread this and that, I get people like Melissa giving me shit about it. And none of the others back me up and say, oh, Melissa, why don't you just leave him alone? He's doing good for it and blah, blah, blah. Like, you read the comments, don't you? People love my channel. And the only people that don't are afraid of the truth. That's it. There's no sneakiness about it. There's no nothing. They hate the truth. That's why the police hate me. That's why the EMS hate me. That's why the fire hates me, because my camera holds them accountable, and they hate it. But at least my camera got Steve Corbus fired. God bless, finally. His big mistake was signing off on an illegal trespass. That was it. He knew that right after. At the time, he listened to Adam's lies and whatnot without a shred of proof, and you know.
Yeah, I am a firm believer that some of these city workers are...
They've been let to go so long, acting any way they want and thinking that their position gives them some sort of authority over common folk. And these common folk that they walk all over are taxpayers. These are people that put you in office. They got you hired. They got you jobs. Yep. And so you don't go and you know the biggest ones I hear is, oh, I pay taxes too. Yeah, but you pay your taxes with tax dollars.
Yeah.
You get paid by tax dollars and you pay your taxes with those. So you don't really pay taxes.
No.
Right? Like, and they get so arrogant and so high and mighty. It's ego, right? It's ego.
When they say, well, you live off the government, no, so do you.
So do you. You are just as much a leech as me. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, as for Beyond the Streets and those kind of organizations, that's why from now on I'm doing just express videos, and I'll do 2-3 hour ones. I'll do coffee club in the morning from 6 to 6:30 to 9. Yeah, but I mean, like I say, I mean, you'll hear people go around saying, Dwayne makes us look bad. Dwayne's so-and-so is talking and blah, blah, blah. I don't make these people talk in front of my camera. I don't make people, right? Oh, there's so much drama, blah, blah, blah. Listen, I don't make you say stuff. I don't make you say stuff. I don't make you say stuff. All I do is I'm just here. If you don't want drama and don't say stuff. Don't spread this. Don't say this. Don't, right? Right? But what you don't do is say, oh, the guy with the camera's the problem. Right? Because that's what they all do. They all say, oh, it's Dwayne's fault that you caught me saying something. It's Dwayne's fault that so-and-so is saying something and everyone can see it. It's Dwayne's fault that, right? And that's just not the case. I don't make that junkie put a needle in his arm in front of my camera. I don't make that guy go pee in public in front of my camera. I don't make these guys fight in front of my camera. I don't make people say things in front of my camera. Right? Right. So it doesn't matter whether my camera, if you don't, and that's why a lot of people don't like my camera, because my camera shows their true colors. My camera shows what you are really about, what you really are. You can't lie to the camera.
Well, like you said, you can't help what you get.
Yeah, that's right. And yet everyone's all of the opinion, oh, it's Dwayne. Dwayne's the problem. Dwayne, right? No, Dwayne's accountability. Dwayne is transparency, right?
Dwayne's the one showing the truth.
Yep, the truth. You want to see fake? You want to see everything sunny and bright? Go watch Disney. Because this ain't Disney. This is life. Yeah, people have some pretty funny ideas, eh?
Oh yeah, I listened to it.
Most people get it, actually. You know, 80% of my audience gets it. Maybe even 90%. It's that 10% that watch it and then they leave a stupid comment that shows their ignorance and shows that they have no idea what my channel, or they've watched one video and make a judgment, right? Like, watch. I got 2,000 plus videos that show my true colors, right?
Just like that fucking ambulance driver. He had no business saying that.
Right?
He did, and then he realized he got caught.
Yeah. Yeah. That's funny, eh? His thing, I don't want to be on this clown's camera, ends up being the thumbnail. Ends up being the thumbnail.
They make a big deal.
Hey, do me a favor.
Shut your mouth and go away.
Do me a favor, go to that content, your content, and go to that video and share it. Yeah. I need that video shared. The more people it gets shared to, the more. I want to make that guy famous. If I could get Steve Corbus, a CAO of a city, fired because of my camera, I'd like to try to get that idiot fired. Yeah, well, they're a little bit of a different animal. They're run by a different agency. The best way to do that is, I believe it's the Attorney General of Canada, right? The Attorney General of Canada is the one that runs the police forces, and they certify them to run as police forces. If they're shitty, they can lose that certification, so they no longer get to serve as police.
Well, so we gotta try and
That's the well, no.
It's like
See,
you can't walk up and have
keep in mind there are good police in the NRP, right? Keep in mind that one cop shot the other cop. You only do that if you're a good cop, right? You don't take a gun and try to shoot another cop unless you're a good cop, right? If you're a bad cop, or maybe it's the other way around. You don't get shot as a cop if you're not a, I don't know. I think they both were scumbags.
No matter what, cops are shit.
They are. They treat the people that pay them like shit.
I remember that. And wasn't it the training? Their training ground?
No, they were at an accident scene, and they got into an argument at the side of the road. And one cop, Parker's this big steroid freak, and he fucking tried to intimidate and threaten the other guy. And the other guy felt his life was in danger, so he got out and put a few rounds into him. The other cop had time to pull out his gun, and he shot back, and they ended up with both gunshot wounds. They both survived. After a 4-year investigation, the Board of Inquiry found that they both needed counseling and hugs for all this trouble they've been through at taxpayers' expense. So they got away with it pretty much. I think there were minor charges such as, assault and right, shit, that slap on the wrist stuff.
Did they lose their jobs?
No, they're both serving. But here again, right, like if it was a citizen that had been in that situation, people are going to jail for life, right? Yeah. But because it's police, these poor fuckers, let's give them some counseling, hugs all around, right? It's disgusting, right? Good luck, bud. Oh. Good luck, Chris.
Thank you.
Oh, I hope my hearts are with him. Come on, Chris. I really like Chris. He's got, considering all that's going on in his life, he's got such a pretty good attitude. When he wants to, he can be so upbeat, so cheerful, so,
Being depressed or anything always gets you down.
Yeah, I know.
Well, like I told him, I said, don't keep displaying your shit all over the internet.
Yeah, but here's the problem with that. By telling him stuff like that, that's one of the few things he has, right? And it's a way he can express and communicate.
He can express himself and whatnot, but don't.
I know what you're saying. But I think it's more therapeutic for him.
There was a week there where he was on every day. Telling that he's going to move this, that, and everything else like this.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, listen, you realize if you move away, the chances of you and your daughter are less than ever.
Yeah. If
he stays here, he can be a part of that child's life.
Yeah.
Even if the mother doesn't want ownership, or he still has visitations. But if he's in Hamilton, that visitation is now.
Hey, Roy, how are ya? Good. It's so nice out.
She can call him up and say, well, it's stormy here today, don't bother. And because he's got to take a bus from Hamilton, it's more of an excuse for her to use. Whereas if he's in Welland, don't come. Well, fuck off, I'm coming. I don't care.
But I think he also does that too, in a way to get guidance as well. Not only just affirmation, which he maybe doesn't need as much, but guidance is what he's looking for. Ideas.
I pulled him aside today,
or if he comes up with an idea and he's asking for, am I doing the right thing, right?
There's some people out there that don't know how to give the right advice back.
Yeah, the trolls, right? Yeah, I know what you mean.
If you move away, that means you're leaving everybody behind. But maybe that's what he needs. To think for himself.
Yeah.
Be alone for a little bit.
But his problem is not being alone. And too many people spoil the product.
Yeah.
He can't run away from the situation because it's not good.
Yeah, they call that geographical escape, but it doesn't work.
Yeah.
You're not changing the root of the problem.
The way I look at it right now, he's got it living where he's living.
Yeah.
We love you, Chris.
I said, you need somebody to talk to?
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
We're still here. Big why? What's going on?
Like you got stuff running around in your head, you don't know how to come to my place. I says, I'm 53 years old. I've been through the shit.
Here.
I know the shit. I know what you're going through. And just sometimes just being able to talk to somebody
Mario's on his way.
Mario's on his way. He doesn't
No.
smoke.
He should stay where he is because it's cheap rent for one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And if he wants to go away to breathe or something, he's got relatives in Toronto. Go for a little bit.
He's got his mom in St. Catherine's, right?
For now.
Yeah.
But
He
see
also
where
has
you
a
can
sister.
have it made to live. Yeah, they're moving away. Both of them.
Really?
That's what I heard. I could be wrong, but
I
that's
thought
what
they
just
lived
heard from
here
Chris.
and moved to St. Catherine's.
No, if he wants to get away for a couple of days, like I said, you got to reach him and go.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you're not going to find a cheap rent like he is.
No.
There may be idiots that live in this town, but oh well, stay in your fucking house and don't come out.
And the thing about it, if he moved to Hamilton with nobody,
What's going to happen? He's going to become more depressed.
yeah.
Yes.
Because people in Hamilton are nice.
Because I know when you're depressed, you want that alone time. You want to be
Yeah, but-
alone. But then it comes around from another part of being depressed is you don't want to be alone.
Yeah.
You want to know somebody's there for security.
Yeah. Happy medium.
So if he moves out there, he's going to have nobody. It's just going to make him more depressed and more depressed.
No support system.
No, yeah, that's right.
The same thing with Mario though. Like I was telling you guys last night. He's gotta realize it himself before anybody can help him. He's gotta accept it in his brain.
Well,
See, I've never really, I don't want to sound bad but I've never really been a big proponent of the belief of depression per se. Okay, so what I mean is, you can be depressed, like you can feel down, you can feel in the doldrums. Everyone gets like that, right? When it rains, when you lose someone, when you lose a pet, when you lose your job, right? Obviously, everybody eventually gets it through it, right? So that depression is an act. So when you go, not an act as in, play acting. What I mean is it's an act of being in a state of, right? And that kind of thing just... somebody saying, well, I have depression. Well, I don't really think that's really a thing. I think what you were saying is you don't know how to get out of your depression, or you're continually being depressed, right?
Exactly right.
So
people are too, like, it's not like back in the day. Kids, rambunctious kids.
So, but hear me out while I have the thought in my head. The solution to that kind of thing is perspective, all right? The reason I personally don't wander around, like how often do you guys see me down? Never, right? There's a reason for that, because I know that just in real life out here, even in our own town, there's tons of people, literally tons of people that are way worse off than me, that have way worse problems, way worse, and they keep going, so I got to do it anyway, right? And I know there's others that are worse off, so all my problems don't seem as big, right?
Get over it. Well, yeah, you do. But the thing is in our society we use it. They've used it as a crutch.
Well, it's not their fault. I like when you say that, I know you don't mean that, oh, well, they're just using it as an excuse. They've kind of been forced into that. And what I mean by that is the system has got a hold of each individual, and it behooves them, of course, to prescribe, to diagnose, and to medicate, right? Because then you're in the system, you're putting more money into big pharma, you're greasing the cogs, right? Meanwhile, that person isn't depressed per se. They're, like I said, they're in a bout. That's fine. That doesn't mean that you need to pump them for the next 10 years on medication they never needed. All they needed to do was to listen to someone for a day and let themselves rant and get it off their chest, deal with it, right? But the idea isn't to tell them to go to a therapist who tells them bullshit like, oh, you just keep that to yourself, you go up to the therapy sessions, you tell me, blah, 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 right? They tell them the wrong things, not, listen, move on. You can either A, stand here and waste your time with this issue and go on and on. I'm happy to prescribe you whatever you think you need to get through this, and for the next 10 years you can keep coming here every second Thursday, right? Or you can put your mind to better things. You can move on to the next thing. You can forget about this and take it as a learning experience. If it's such an insurmountable thing, let it go. Move on to the next thing and use your energy for moving forward, not trying to fix something you can't fix, right? And that's what it's all about, right? That's what these guys should be thinking. Not, let's put them on Ritalin.
You know, Ritalin's got speed in it now.
Yeah.
Well, look at all these kids.
They're pushing me to get Matthew on it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's like, okay, just because he's got ADHD doesn't mean he needs medication to calm himself down. It's just a chemical imbalance in his brain that's making him hyper.
These are other things too that bother me. Okay, so when I was a kid, they called it hyperactivity.
Yep.
We got Ritalin, and but you know what our main thing was? Get my psychiatrist and told my mom and let him run it out.
Yep.
Take them out places, take them to parks, take them to sign them up for activities, sign them up, take them out to things, right? And that's what worked. I ran it, and you know, I'm still a little hyperactive, but
we got a pool and a trampoline at my mom's. When those kids are out there like all day swimming or playing on the trampoline,
they come home tired.
By the time it's their bedtime, they just want to crash.
Remember when we were kids? We didn't have all that stuff. Well, not you maybe, but when me and him were kids, we went out and played all day. We went out and we came home dirty.
iPads,
We came home,
tablets,
and now
computers.
you're not doing anything like that, right?
My nephew, he was put on Ritalin, and the guy walked around like he was
A zombie.
A zombie, yeah. Hi, Steph. Good to see ya.
Just so they could keep control of him while he was at school.
But even the trouble with things like this, where they're mass diagnosing kids who are normal kids that are just rambunctious, they just need outlets, and they're saying, well, he's got ADHD, he's got hyperactivity, he's got this and that. Let's put him on Ritalin, let's put him on this, let's put him on that. And then you have a whole generation of kids that are thinking, well, I'm the abnormal, I'm sick, and you're not.
And then they carry it on, because that's what they're taught to do.
But it's all about big pharma. It's all about fucking prescribe.
Every time the doctor makes the prescription,
You have
they
a
get
trouble?
paid for it.
Yep. You got
Pill,
trouble?
pill,
Take a pill. You got a trouble?
My Nana's on 33 different pills.
You fall down, back in the day, you fall down, rub some dirt on it, it'll be okay, off you go.
That's what I tell Matthew. Do you have a broken bone? No. Are you bleeding? No. Are you dying? No. Then get the fuck
Then go
up and
play. Go play. Yeah.
Like, don't
We
sit
wouldn't
there
come
and
home
cry out.
because we got stung by something. We wouldn't come home we'd come home at the end of the day and we've got cuts from the morning, scrapes from the lunch, bangs from the afternoon,
Now it's like,
and we're
oh,
home.
You beat your child if they fall down and get a bruise.
Sure,
Are you
right?
fucking kidding me?
We'd come home beat up. Me and my buddy Mervin, we came home one time, we had fucking beat up a wasp's nest, and me and him both got stung to shit. And we lived next door to each other, so we both ran to our home. That was one of the few times we did run home, but we had both got the shit stung out of us, right? But we didn't, that solution wasn't don't let your kid outside. It's we knew not to whack with fucking hornets. Right?
If it hurts you stay the fuck away from
And
it.
nowadays they teach the kid, oh, it's not your fault, it's the hornets. Come here, let's give you a hug.
Drinking from the hose. Back then, we're still alive.
Let's
Today,
get you on the
touches
EpiPen.
bacteria.
Yeah,
It's like, what the
your
fuck?
stink swole up. You must be allergic. Let's get you on an EpiPen. Right? Like, fuck off. Now the kid's deathly afraid of bees when, kids have been getting stung by bees forever, right?
People freak out over bees. It's like,
Jesus
if
Christ.
you don't want them to sting you,
Don't
no
move.
fast movements, no nothing. And they're swinging away.
But then you got parents that are like, well, I just don't want my kid outside. Like, what? Is that really the solution you want? Is because the outside's so scary and real? You just want to keep your child at home?
Parents are the lazy ones.
They're the ones that are buying the iPads, the phones, the paying for the
That's my
internet at
parents.
home,
That's my
right?
parents.
Yeah, see?
Like, I love them dearly.
Send your fucking kid out in the morning. On school break, and they don't come back till night.
And back in the day, it was the neighborhood would watch everybody. If the neighbor sees you do something wrong,
They're the ones that are telling, or they're the ones that are telling your folks. And when you get home, hey, what did you do today? Nothing. You did do something. I had so and so call, and that's what you did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't lie to me. I'll know.
Now it's just like your neighbors can care less.
Yeah, neighbors, they want to, Yeah.
Nah, fuck you, I'm not taking care of your
Take
kids.
your kid inside, he's making too much noise. We're in the outside. Where do you expect us to make noise?
Right?
Like,
You don't like it, you go indoors. My kids staying outside.
I've heard that so many times. Take your kids inside, they're making too much noise. They're in their backyard, shut up. Leave them alone. At least they're not in your backyard.
What I used to do even growing up, like playing in the dirt and, you know, playing with worms. Nowadays, she's like, you're going to get sick from playing in the dirt.
Well, all of this is desensitizing our kids, too. Here's the thing.
Natural. It's from the earth. It's... What's it going to do?
Germany's a big example of this, but here's the thing. So they taught kids that, you know, you can't hit people. You have to get along with people. You have to blah, 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 accept other people, okay? Now, you get in Germany, you get an influx of African migrants that come in and they weren't raised like that. They were raised, you got to punch, fight, kick, kill, stab, keep, shoot, whatever. And suddenly now in Germany, you have a whole nation of young people that can't defend themselves. And so, you know, they're getting run ramshot and they wonder why these migrants are destroying the country, right? There's no one there to stop them, right? The leftist liberal governments have said, well, you can't fucking fight them. You can't, you're the bad person if you do that. That's xenophobia. That's blah, blah, blah. Right? How you doing? Hey, I need a light. Oh, no, I don't. Oh, yeah, I do.
What's up?
He barely made it.
What's up?
Barely made it. You rest. You want to come around and come in the shade, or are you okay? Good, good. I'll call 9-1.
91?
9-1. And then
91?
when you go, just in case. So we're on the ball when he...
91.
Did you eat today? Did you eat something today? Yeah, you got to eat. At least it didn't rain.
Oh yeah, I see kids who grew up in the early 80s, and then you look at kids who grew up in the 90s or 2000s, it's like, man, they're wimps. They'll scream, yell, and go call, you know. Oh, he did this. What did he do? He went outside.
So, remember you asked me way back when? You asked me what do I think of Beyond the Streets and stuff. I think they mean well. I think organizations like that mean well in the sense that they'd like a utopian perfect world. The problem with professions and advocacy like that is it's like the welfare system, for example. That welfare worker, it doesn't behoove her in any way to help you look for a job, to help you with your resume, to help you gain successful employment, to go to anger management, to do these job street courses, to all of that. It doesn't behoove them because if they are successful, their positions are eliminated.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So as an entity, where does this entity go that hires close to, 500,000 people across Canada? Where does this entity go? They're going to have to get jobs off the government tip, right? So an entity like that, it doesn't behoove them, and it shows in the behavior and the attitudes and the actions of their staff, right? They don't give us two shits if you find a job. They're not helping you look for work. When the leads they're giving are garbage leads, or those people they're only using that service of putting an ad and a post in. They're not getting somebody from that. They're getting somebody from a paid recruiter, right?
Exactly.
So anyway, so back to Beyond the Streets is sort of like that. As an entity, their organizational mantra is perfect world. Nobody gets left behind. It's all just beautiful and roses and rainbows, and everybody gets hugged, right? In reality, if it was perfect like that, there'd be no need for them. And I mean, bottom line, hugs and socks are great, but, I know they mean well because I see them do things above and beyond. Things like helping people get housing. I see them helping individual people that they know, you know, they'll target somebody that they know specifically needs something and they will try. So I don't mean to poo-poo them entirely, but, right?
I think they're finally starting to realize, though, that our system is broken.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
From bottom to top, it's broken.
Yeah.
And I think they're starting to finally realize.
Yeah, but it's too late.
There's nothing that anybody can do. You can bandage it all you want. You know when the perfect time? When we had COVID, when everything was shut down.
And the solution isn't to cover it up either.
No, yeah, exactly.
Which is what they've done. They've driven me off from going to farmers market.
When they should have started over was when they had COVID.
Yep, because everything was shut down. Everything could have started breaking.
They could have started those programs. You know, okay, we're going to start doing this. But everybody's afraid to do something out of the normal. Oh, we have to do it like this because they did it like that. So we can follow them. And if it fails, we can blame them.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
The bureaucracy is just...
Now we just got to sit back at the sidelines and watch everything go under.
Well, like I was saying with these...
Here's another problem, though, is that your average person, base level people, aside from people like me, aren't willing to stand up for the conviction. And what I mean by that is they'll see something wrong. They'll see a cop acting like a dickhead. They'll see that EMS guy. They'll see that fireman. And they don't stand up. They don't say something like, hey, like me. They won't call it out. And that's a big problem, too, is where if one person is getting shit on like that, you guys all stood up for me there. You guys were all saying awesome comments. You guys were all showing support, right? And that's so rare nowadays. They're willing to watch a guy get kneeled on his neck for, you know, for 8 minutes until he's dead. And a crowd of people watched it, right? Yeah. When reality, someone should have thrown a cinder block at that cop's head.
Well, yeah.
And that guy would have been alive.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, like last night, I was telling off the fucking EMS driver because the way he was, like,
so arrogant.
One of the beyond the streets, they went over to him, and he's like, "Get back, get back."
Yeah,
you
like
know,
she can't.
Just as, and I don't want to deal with all these people around. I want my scene cleared.
What an ass.
Dude, you're the last one there.
Yeah, these people were all here helping. It was just like the fire with the branch down. My video, that whole thing where that lady was there before you with her flashlight standing in the road guiding traffic. You show up and tell her to get the hell out of the road. Like, who the fuck are you, you arrogant piece of shit?
Is it a 905 or 289?
But you can see where it's taught, right? In the fireman's case, it's taught from Attica Eckert, and I presume before him, where they get taught a sense of entitlement where I can do anything I want, I save houses, I pull kittens out of trees, blah, 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 right? And so then they're like, well, I demand respect. Well, no, buddy, that's not how it works. You earn respect. But at least we got Steve Corbus fired. I'm glad. I'm hoping we can get Adam Eckert fired, too. Like, that would be the ultimate goal on all of this.
Yeah, things have got to change, but, I mean, they can't change all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Just like with these tiny homes I'm trying to do, is now we're in the process of, the government has put $40 million there.
Yeah.
So instead of us having a tap, or a card that's, all right, we need 10,000 for pavement, we need for boards, we need for this. Now we've got to apply for a government grant, so that the government grant pays them, and then we get, it's like, oh my God, paperwork, bureaucracy. We're going to be another 6 months just applying for the permits.
Right.
And then the government grants on top of that, and then, oh my fucking God.
See, a large portion of that, though, what you're talking about, bureaucracy, right? And so what they want is they want a panel of experts. They want lawyers involved. They want this and that, right? And what they're trying to do, and what they do, is they want more government. That's the main goal. So they want you to jump through all these hoops. They want and everything that can get accomplished takes away from them, right? That's why there's so many things like inspectors and blah, 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 and this and that, right? It's perpetuating the big government cog, right? The wheels of big government. I thought that was my buddy Barry.
I don't even know who she is. I never spoke to your sister.
Beautiful.
What's her name? Rosanna? Your sister.
Grilled cheese. How much it cost?
I can't remember. Oh, yes. She let me slide 40 cents, so it has to be $5.40 for 2 of them. So one's got to be half that, right?
Okay.
They were really good. When I have extra money, or if I'd been on my own, if I would have got it with bacon. Grilled cheese with bacon, they make it amazing.
And yesterday he had a slight heart.
And they make a good egg sandwich too.
Yeah.
Do they still do the hot dog and the...
He's sitting right here on his
I think so.
in front of me. No, he's out of the hospital. The hospital keeps letting him out.
He probably escaped. I'm going out for a smoke. He's gone.
Oh, he just hasn't wanted to call nobody all week, but I think it's finally hitting him to call and reach out. No, I'm one of his friends. My name is Danielle. I've known him for 7 years.
Yeah, the machine.
We're very concerned about him.
The machine that was working in the hospital stole $4 from me.
Yeah.
Whoa. Are you going to put on speaker? Get down.
What do you want? You called her.
Oh, I did the same
No, him, he says. What do you want? You called her.
Well, right now I'm just French mind just keeping an eye on me.
Are we going?
No, I'm just because he's got a scooter.
Oh, okay.
He only needs 2 chairs, so I might as well go one away.
What if someone comes? What time is it? What time is it?
3.
Okay,
If somebody else comes,
we'll go grab it. Okay, yeah. Good idea.
And not here because there was a lot of stuff and gold stuff. They both got how many vehicles. Nope. Yeah.
Do you have any candles?
Candles, like real
Old
ones
candles?
or fake
Yeah,
ones?
real candles. Remember I told you about my wax sealing project?
All right. No, I can ask Jay if he's got any.
Secondhand stores would have them, eh? Old ones, right? I don't care what kind they are. I'm not going to use them. I just need to melt them. I'm going to do that. I'm going to melt them in a pot, and then, roasting pan?
I guess you didn't hear what happened at the farm market, eh?
When?
Last night?
Yeah, I heard you went to the hospital. But what happened? What caused it?
We're not talking about that.
Oh, what else happened?
I told her off.
Who? Brenda. Oh, okay, all right. And what did she say?
She was getting on my nerves. I could call it getting half off.
Yeah.
Up in my little 12 came out. And I told her off. And she got to go to Dr. Russell.
Well, I mean, we all got to get along to a certain extent, right?
No.
No.
You never get along with her.
Ever? Yeah, some people always.
Even the first kid I never got along.
Yeah. That's a cool red. Look at that.
That actually is.
It's a sharp red, eh? Look how deep it is.
Yeah, a little
So
glisten
red,
off of it,
yeah.
too.
Talk about a yellow van or?
See, there is a trick to, I mean, there is a trick to getting, maybe not getting along with everybody, but at least being civil, right, to everybody. And it's just to view everybody, you know, everybody has faults, everybody has, you know, and that's what you kind of, it's sort of like how I explain it with Nick. Remember I explained it with Nick about how as long as you can get over the disability level and you can come to grips with that you're dealing with a roughly a 14-year-old, as long as you can cut around that, you can get along with Nick. And before I figured that out, Nick would drive me nuts, right? Just because how dumb he is. You got to do that, yeah. Just because of he's like 14. I'm 50. I'm too old to be dealing with kids. So once I got over that, I realized that he's not fucking with me. He's not just, you know, playing an act. He's, you know, he's got disability, and so you got to deal with it like that. Same thing with everybody. Everybody's got their own certain little things, and as long as you can get over that and get by, for example, you know, it might in the case of certain people, mannerisms. In other the cases, it might be something they do. In other people, it might be the way they talk, things they say to people, or how they, right? So as long as you can get over all of that and realize everybody has their flaws, you kind of got to deal, you can get along with everybody, right?
My sister said you were talking to her.
Well, of course, I asked her if it was Roseanne. She says, yeah. And she says she's been waiting for you to get a hold of her, like talk to her. She just can't believe what's been happening. She's
concerned about you.
Yeah, she was very, very surprised. Like, oh, I don't hear from my brother, and you know, for so long, and all of a sudden, I heard that he's going through seizures and a heart attack.
She wants to be kept more in the loop.
To you, yeah, that's all what she wants.
Just keep her advised. That's all. It's like when we were young and we'd run away, right? Our moms understood. They just said, you know, let me know where you are once in a while. That's what my mom said. Call me every couple weeks and at least tell me you're okay. That's all I want, right?
Every other day or something.
Well, they knew I wouldn't do that, but
What would be the odds for,
I'll call you every week.
What would be the odds for me to get coffee off of your mouth?
I guess I could. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All the new stickers came in.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. The poker.
$70 million. Can you imagine that?
Wow. 70 mil. Even 30 mil I'd be happy with.
Even $1 million, I'd be happy with. If you can't live the rest of your life off $1 million, you're doing something wrong.
Well, the trick's waiting a year. Just putting it away and waiting a year. Coffee. Just waiting a year, right?
Yeah.
As long as you can put that money in a compound interest and wait a year, just funnel that money, monthly compound interest, into another account and just let it build. And then at the end of that year, you've got $100 grand.
Yeah.
And from that point on, you now are living off $100 grand a year. And if you can't do that, you're...
Live off the interest alone.
Yep.
I mean, $1 million.
That's how I would do it. And every million that adds. So
every $1 million is, I think, it's somewhere around $500,000 you make interest on $1 million.
I don't think it would ever be that high, but definitely I could see at least 10%. Yeah. So 100 grand a year, definitely. Right. Thank you.
Yeah, and if you can't live up, I mean, you're 100 grand a year, you're living off less than 10,000 or 15,000 now. And, you know, if you can't live off 100 in a year's time,
the trouble is number one, people are people. You got $1 million in your account, and what are you going to do? You're going to spend it. Yeah. Everyone is, right? And to do something like what we're proposing would take incredible control. Number two, you win $1 million, people know about it. You can't hide that. Yeah, and so suddenly you have every scumbag and every relative that couldn't stand you before, and now's your best friend. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Number three, there's ways banks actually try to get you around that, right? So there's fees. So that $100 is getting, $100 million is getting, or 100,000 is getting eaten up by fees, and that bank is taking advantage of you now, right?
And they're not.
It's all set up to get that money out of your pocket.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If I go down on my stairs, I'm still gonna have one. And unfortunately, I'm going to go back to work.
Mm-hmm.
Telling the truth, I told everybody right off yesterday. I told the paramedic, I told the other person right off too.
Yeah, I was telling Red, anytime you're in a situation with, well, that car went down the bus thing, the bus tangy lane. Is that wind picking up? Feels like it, eh?
Scrunched up my crack change.
God bless.
It's only $1.50.
It's important you get something into them. You know, if we don't get the support and showing of people on Sunday, he just won't open the next. He just won't open on Sundays.
I understand.
We need to get people in on Sunday.
Well, he might if he opens up like the regular people that come in the morning.
Oh yeah,
Let
the
them know,
usual.
too,
Well,
yeah.
no, I've already told them. They all know. We'll have them. I'm going to be doing a breakfast, a more coffee club. I'll do a coffee club.
Are you full?
And I think once...
Mario, are you full?
He's getting woozy. Uh-oh. Let him be. He knows what he needs. If he needs us, he'll tell us, right? Unless he actually starts to seize, he's kind of got
No, it usually starts before, that's the thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Just keep an eye on him.
Yep. Mario, you take your pills this morning?
He might just be tired. Remember, he's been up all night in the hospital.
What do you feel?
Do you feel tired or just seizure-y? If you feel seizure-y, we should call. If he feels tired, let him rest.
Because it feels like he's going to have another one.
Okay, so call and find out what they recommend. They might say, well, we'll let it happen for 10 minutes and then it's...
No more than 4 minutes.
Okay, so
no more than 4 minutes.
So why don't we wait until he actually, if he does, because he might not. He might just be tired. He might... It's up to you.
Well, he's usually like this for about
And
5
he
minutes.
and he knows it's coming. Okay.
Yeah, that's why he.
All right. Then he knows what's best for him. You certainly don't want to take any chances, right? Here they come, Mario. Hey, there are ambulances on the way for Mario. I'm gonna stay in here this time, just so we don't distract from them, right?
No, it's then this is it's not a seizure.
I don't know.
She's not shaking or anything else like that. So which means it's tightness in his chest, which means the heart attack.
Might be a heart problem, yeah.
He's not the one to go. That's what it is this time. Nope. Poor guy.
Yeah. The other guy in the passenger seat said to him, "Oh, that guy, the camera guy's there." Yeah. They can't help it. You see them giving little sideline glances.
Yeah.
All of them, especially the guys in the truck there. They're well aware they're being filmed. And they go around and they say things like, "Oh, he tries to make us look bad." My camera can't make you look bad.
Can't make you doing nothing.
My camera catches you guys acting bad.
He's the one who limped out. One of the stretcher.
Yeah. The guy on the stretcher was the one that was the guy holding the stretcher was the one that was being rude in the last incident. Mm-hmm. All right.
That's the one who told you to come.
No, that's different. That was a different guy, yeah. I got him on the thumbnail, remember? You gray-haired idiot.
Oh, geez, Dwayne. You scared me.
Everyone doing their job right?
Oh, yes.
Everyone being civil?
Everyone's civil.
Good. That's all we ask for them,
They're very
right?
Sweet.
Good.
They're very sweet.
That's awesome.
Very sweet, understanding.
Good, good. That's all we ask of them.
No problems this time.
Nice, good. Thanks for getting here so quick, guys. You guys are amazing this time. Oh yeah, that was world's difference.
No worries.
He said it's happened a few times this week.
Yeah.
Has he come to the hospital? Has he come to the hospital? They're trying to look at it for people.
He's not gonna, yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. What? Oh yeah, they have it at the hospital. Okay, it's been there recently. Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you.
Thanks again, guys. Yeah. He's not gonna eat it.
No. Make sure you
Want
got
half?
your navy shot. No.
No.
Not touching everything that came from him.
No. So, to my viewers, that is how EMS should act.
Yes.
Civil, professional,
Very
and that's how it should go.
They didn't want him to take his health card in case they lost it, so what they did is just wrote down the number and everything that they need and put it back in his pouch.
Nice, see? So my camera makes them change better.
No fighting, no
That's
nothing.
good. Good, good, good.
They knew you were recording and they didn't have a problem.
Good.
The 2 ambulance showed up this time.
Yeah, that's all we ask.
Yeah.
Be civil, be professional.
No. Very understanding, waited for him to be ready when he was ready to move.
And at least when I spoke to them, like, hey, good job, guys, they were all very civil.
Yep.
Good for them.
Yep. Here we go again.
It's so weird to have it on a.
At least I got away today.
Mm-hmm. Now you got to ride, too. Ride home. Oh, thank you. I forgot them.
How was your food?
It was good. I like their breakfast things, but I find I generally can eat 2. So I'll buy 2 breakfast specials, right?
I'm hoping his charter scooter's charged because it was completely dead.
Does he have his charger with him?
No.
As long as you have two
I know
things, you'll be
Red's
fine.
works in it though.
Mhm.
So I was gonna say once we get to dinner or something, if I can put it on charge for a little bit while we're there.
Well, bro, not happy to me.
So I'm going to post this. I'm going to make these guys the thumbnail again, except this time I'll say this is how an EMS thing should
be,
go.
Yep. They were so understanding and compassionate about everything, and
Let's get one good photo.
this is how it No, not at all. Not at all. Mario was very cooperative this time.
Yeah.
And then the guy's like, do we have to lift you to bring you to the thing? And he's like, no.
Good.
He's like, can you walk? And he's
Good.
try.
I guarantee you that guy got spoken to, whoever
And
that
he
was.
waited for Mario to say when
They
he
told
was
him,
ready
look, you
and
can't be
everything.
doing that shit. Whether you like him or not, do your job. Right? Good.
And he asked the questions. Has he been in there before? Has this happened before? You know,
And I
he's
got a
very
copy.
Nice about it, and I got a copy. And that's how it's done, Dwayne.
Yeah.
You get a donut and a coffee.
And a coffee. This is a good day. Our hearts and minds go out with Mario.
I feel like a rich boy. Yeah.
Feeling fancy. Yeah, those firemen did not like me at all. Right when they came out, I saw them when me and him were sitting in there. The one guy mentioned that he saw me inside. I could see it, right? You
That's
could
why
tell.
they took off so fast.
Yeah, yeah.
No, the ambulance crew was perfect.
You know what's terrible though is that that's their attitude. Instead of being civil and professional, their attitude is to run.
Like, if you don't like your job, then don't go for that fucking job.
Right. If you don't like being on camera, get a job in the private sector.
Or it's a job. Ooh, that's a nice car. It's
Wow,
a
it
job.
is.
You still smile and wave at people and enjoy your day, and then go home and bitch and complain. Like, what the
Especially
fuck?
when the citizens are trying to be civil. Yeah.
Especially when you It's for the world. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's good.
I agree. EMS. There you go. There you have it.
Driver's side.
The best one.
So do you know where his charger is? Should you need to charge it?
If it's in the house.
Okay. All right. What time is it now? About almost 4?
Almost 4.
So if you guys want to come hang at my place, that's fine.
4 o'clock, right on the nose.
All right. Or if you have something to do, I'll see you at Southridge.
I'm just thinking of heading down to Southbridge now.
Yeah, go hang out. I'm going to head back, get Tammy ready, and what have you. Relax then for a little bit while I wait, and I will see you guys there. Awesome. I'll show up a little early. Well, I don't know how much early, but yeah. About 5:30 I'll be there, and I'll bring a treat. I'll do my clothes out right now, actually. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. There you go, a perfect example of how EMS and indeed any infrastructure should behave when confronted with a citizen. You be civil, you be professional, you don't fuck around with the people that pay you. That's it, simple as that. That's what these guys exhibited today. Whether they like it or not, they're in the public eye, and that's what they're paid to do. And they did that today, and that was a prime example. Can you see how the difference between this one and the last one that I posted went? Huge difference. The camera makes a difference. Always film your infrastructure. Have a great night.